Greetings of peace. I'm Farina Siddiqui with Voice. MCMN presents many valuable professionals in the community. In 1929, on October 18, women were recognized as people, as persons, as human beings in Canada. Isn't that amazing? It's interesting, but today, after only a few years, women are making such a wonderful difference to our society as moms, as daughters, as wives, and in so many roles as your colleagues, peers, neighbors. And business is one such field that women are making greatest strides. Today we have a wonderful entrepreneur in our studio to talk about how Muslim women are doing their part as entrepreneurs, as business ladies, and self-employed people. We have Tabassum Hussain. Assalamoalaikum warahmatullahi Tabassum.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for coming to our studio on such a short notice. Tell me something about your business, what you do through your business.
I run an institute, Train Canada Limited, and we conduct trainings, different certification program trainings, PMP, project management, then we have Six Sigma, Scrum, Agile, so it is all related to, we do individuals, groups, and corporate trainings in there.
So why this field?
Why this field? I think education is something, this medium attracts my attention. Like, I feel that this is a medium through which you can get the respect as well, because like you have a higher level that you are teaching people, right? And along with that, you are able to communicate your things, whatever your thoughts are. So it's very interesting for me that it's not just that I'm teaching a subject, but I'm interacting with multicultural people from different industries. So it doesn't keep me bound with one industry. But even, let's say, in one course PMP, if I'll take, so I have from engineering, from textile, from construction. So I get taste of all the industries. Mm-hmm. So I enjoy all that diversity and interactions.
Wow. So what's your education background before coming to Canada and here?
Before coming to Canada, I was master's from Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
When I came here, then I started my postgrad from Sheridan College, which was in business analysis and process management. Mm-hmm. And nowadays I'm teaching in the same course there in the postgrad program. Mm-hmm. So yes, after that, with that actually, while I was doing my postgrad, I did some of the certification programs, which was like all of these certifications I did first by myself, and then I started teaching and I started my institute.
So women in general, and Muslim women in particular, are not seen as like, business entrepreneur kind of people. Like, what made you start this business and getting into this, and what was like your kind of starting point?
Honestly speaking, in my opinion, I feel that we have business-oriented women in our society, but most of them either they have salons or a small basement salons kind of thing, or if they want to do something extra, they go towards the food business. But I don't mind all those businesses, they are there. My problem is that when you take something, take it serious and expand it and excel it, right? So why you are compromising and why you get settled so easily on any stage and saying that, okay, I have started it, I have 2 clients in a month and I'm good, I'm okay. So whatever you're doing, excel in that.
So no business is a wrong business, but
no
you have to be committed.
No business is a wrong business. Just you should be committed and take it to the next level instead of just be happy about where you are and satisfied. I'm really hungry. I have a thirst. And it is not like I want to achieve everything. I want to, and I think that this is not a very bad thing to have. That if you have a thirst and you have some will to take more, to do more, do
so
that.
Not settling for less, right?
Yes, don't settle for that. So I feel that, but particularly me myself, when I was starting and I thought about the teaching, some people gave me an idea about that. Yes, then you can start tuitions and all these areas. So I always think that your time is your investment. Your time is important. So it's your choice. Either you're working, you will end up working 8 hours a day, not less than that, right? Yeah. So it's up to you. You do something which can give you back like the earning or the revenue of $13 per hour or $15 per hour, or you upgrade yourself and multiply that amount with at least 100%.
So like, pathway towards more productivity.
Exactly, productivity, just think about that, how you can, in minimum time, how you can produce something more, right? Your productivity, increase your efficiency. So whatever you are telling the other people that we can do that for you, your others, but implement those things on yourself first, right? You're a manager of yourself.
So Tabassum, when Muslim women come to Canada, majority of them are very highly educated, right?
Yeah.
And majority of them to my understanding, basic minimum level of education they have is bachelor's.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not it's acceptable here or recognized here or not, they bring those degrees from whatever country they come from, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think, stops them or stalls them? Like, there could be so many reasons, but women who are not actually taking the full advantage of their
Yes.
potential, why do you think it happens?
I feel that people are too scared. Right?
Scared of what?
Scared, and you have so many fears and small things, and they see those things as a big issue. But if someone, honestly speaking, I don't blame them completely, but the people who have already, they have reached their targets, they have upgraded themselves and moved forward, they should share that information with the people who are coming right now. But what usually we see, that we like to see them struggling for next 12 years because it took us, or the people who came before us, those many years, so they don't like to guide them. Right? So these are small hurdles like degree evaluation, check which courses are available, what are the options available. So all these are very small researches, small things, and it should not hold you back, right?
Sharing the
so
knowledge.
because you will hear a lot that it took us 12 years, just 5 years, just you cannot do anything, right? So explore things like Google, all the services, they are there, right? So you just need to explore, and it is a responsibility of the other people as well who are professionals like you and me, and some other examples are there who try to share the information, right? So it is very important. So do not set back because of small hurdles and feel that I cannot take this a step or so. Take the step and see that how big of a change it can bring in your life.
So, starting out, everybody faces challenges, struggles, and barriers, even barricades sometimes, right? So, did you face them? Would you like to talk about some of those and how you overcame those, challenges?
When I started, honestly speaking, my challenge was because I have young kids. And when I came out, yes, honestly speaking, it's a totally different society. It's a totally different society, totally different environment which we see back home.
So for women in general, or for Muslim women?
Because those who are growing up here, their challenges could be different than mine, right? When I came here,
Makes sense.
because they are seeing from the childhood, they adopting it and everything. Because me, it was a huge difference. But my question to all those women or all those parents who stay home and they are in their shelter, but they send every day their child out there in the society for the school, for the education, for the work, right? But you yourself do not have that courage to go in the society and face those challenges and overcome them. So and your kids are your biggest investment. So for all the moms, because fathers have their different responsibilities, right? We moms are more close to our children. Why don't you go in the society, explore it, dissect it inside out, see that what's happening and how to deal with all these challenges. So yes, there were a few challenges. Like the first thing, I started my postgrad, and that was the evening classes.
Wow.
And my mom was like, none of our family woman or the daughter ever stayed out after 6 p.m. And the class started at 6 to 10. So I was like, but it took me time to explain and everything, right? So this is just a small explanation. A simple example that you have to, because you are enrolling in a course, that course is an evening course, you cannot do anything. So this is a small thing, the smallest challenge. But honestly speaking, the things which our kids face every day, you cannot imagine that.
Right.
So if you go out, if you are not working and you are not looking for a career or something, do some volunteer. I'm not saying that, yes, giving back to our community is a very good thing and you will be able to handle a lot of things and understand a lot of things. But you yourself should be able to guide your kids, right? So if you will not understand the hurdles, and if you will not understand the challenges and how to overcome them, how you will guide your kids?
So you spoke about your mom. So we can actually relate it to the cultural barriers or cultural differences, right?
Yes.
Back home versus Canada, right?
Yeah.
So I can understand. I can relate to that too. But it's always amazing to see some families are doing such a great job being a supporting kind of mechanism behind every woman who goes out, right?
Yes.
So what are some of the tips that you would like to share to the families who are watching? What should they do at the home level to support any woman or any business entrepreneur in the making?
Family support is I think it's a huge thing. It's a huge factor which can either help you growing or it doesn't matter what you are, what you can perform, it will pull you back,
Mhm.
right? Because family is something which no one wants to compromise on, right?
Yes,
So bringing them on board is a very difficult thing. So I would say that families should be able to understand, and they should. This is why I say that you all need to come out and see, if you are not even working, do a volunteer, because it will give you some good insight, and whatever you are fighting us for, or with the issues and challenges are there. So once you will see by yourself, then you will understand.
Mhm.
Right? Like
Mhm.
when I go out, now I understand my daughter's challenges more, right? That when she will go in the high school, what kind of things she can face.
Right.
So
You should be aware of
yes,
that,
I should
right?
be aware of that.
Yeah,
So,
so you can guide her better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I'm not out there, I will not be. So the families as well, they need to understand that yes, there is a society we came from. There is a different society. We need to keep our values. I never advocate to give up on the values. They should be there. But yes, we need to adopt a few things
Mhm.
to able
Mhm.
to
Very important.
yes, to able to survive and to able to grow ourselves and our kids and support our families.
And Islam itself is not a very rigid religion. We have boundaries, we have things to follow, but there is always room to actually provide growth. And we actually have mixed Islam with our cultures that we bring to the country, right? We have made Islam very rigid, right?
It's not Islam which is rigid, honestly speaking, which I found out when I started to study, because when I came here, I was going crazy about every single thing.
Mhm.
So I did my whole research, like in a single day, I was listening to at least 6 to 7 lectures,
Mhm.
1 hour long minimum, because I wanted to justify myself,
But can
not for
be
anyone
done,
else. Yeah, am I correct? Because it is too dangerous for
Difficult.
yourself to feel guilty all the time.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You cannot be productive, you cannot perform or function normally if you feel guilty all the time. So I needed to know that this is not Islam, this is culture.
Yeah.
So there is a difference in between them, but we have what we follow back home, that's culture. That's not, it has nothing to do
Islam,
with
yeah.
religion.
I can relate to that. Actually, when I ran as a trustee in 2014, when I was running, I put my picture on the sign, and I did the website and everything. So one of my close friends, who is she thinks she's more religious than me, right? So she was like, you're doing so much wrong stuff here. This is all haram. You have put your picture. You're actually presenting yourself forward. And I said, then who is going to do that? Right? Only men should do that. And I said, what about the next generation? Oh, your son should do that. And I said, I don't have a son. Who is going to take the message forward? Who's going to do that, right? My daughters will. And in order for my daughters to see it happening, they need to see me doing it, right?
As a role model, staying strong, keeping your values high, and still you're moving and surviving, right? So it is a huge responsibility when we women come out and we want to keep our values as well. So it's a huge responsibility. So everyone need to understand that we are paving a roadmap for your future generation, right?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
going out doing business and work doesn't mean that you need to leave your values behind, right? So if you are able to, and you're trying hard and you're working hard to keep all the all the pieces together, it's a huge effort we are making.
Yeah.
Right.
And Tabassum, I know you are involved in so many other community stuff, and you have your own organization. We'll talk about it some other time, inshallah. At the end of it, we always ask our guests to give a message. So if you would like to give a direct message to our audience at the end, what would you like to say before we close this conversation?
To the audience, especially to the women, I would like to say that do not underestimate yourself. Even if you are not working, and I always say that, stay home. Even if you are working, you are a stay-home mom, you have a very big responsibility of your child. And for that, you need to educate yourself. And it is not only one direction or one area. You need to know all the areas and all the challenges which your child is going to face. So before them, if you really want to guide them, you need to learn and you need to experience them. It's a huge responsibility on your shoulders, right? So that's the thing which I would like to say to all
Thank you
of
so
them.
much, Tabassum, for joining us.
Thank you so
much for the wonderful work you're doing for the community.
Thank you.
With Voice, we will once again connect with you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Continue writing to us, share ideas, share comments, and your constructive feedback is very, very, very important to us. I'm Voice-Farina Siddiqui, your host for Voice. Assalamoalaikum.